Good morning, word nerds. I'm early. I am 10 minutes early today, so I got some time to chat if you want to. We can do this all morning long. Well, not all morning long, but we got some time. I don't have to rush today. Good morning, Smartphone. Good morning, Sport Nation. Hello, hello. See how I immediately go to I flutter for you. So yeah, thank you for being here on the replay. If that's where you're at, if you don't already know, my name is Christine. I am a member of the Perry Girls, and each and every weekday morning, I bring you a new and amazing word of the day for you to add to your vocabulary so that you can sound SMARTICLES. Thank you so much. You must have a thing for girls with hazel eyes, because that's what these are. These are hazel. All right, so if you guys are ready, hi John. All right, so let's do this. Syncretism. Syncretism is today's word of the day. Sync, S-Y-N-C, ritism, R-E-T-I-S-M. Break it down, it's pretty simple to spell, right? Syncretism. And syncretism is the attempted reconciliation of opposing parties. Now, when I chose my words of the day for this week, like 2 weeks ago, oh, my sound went off? I'm sorry. Can you still hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? All right. When I chose the word syncretism, I had no idea that we were going to be having a problem with what's going on in Washington, D.C. I had absolutely no idea. Well, I think you're the only one who has no sound. Leave and come back. That might work. All right. So syncretism. I had absolutely no idea that the Electoral College was going to be going through what they're going through. No idea. But if we look at what's going on with the Electoral College, if we look at what's going on with the Democrats and the Republicans right now, if we look at what's going on, cool beans. If we look at what's going on with the whole president-elect and the never-Trumpers, right? Again, all through the election, all through everything that went on, all the campaigning, I never once told you guys what side I'm on, who I voted for, because none of that matters. My opinion is my opinion, and yours is yours. I respect your opinion, and I would ask that you respect mine. What I'm talking about today is this whole blow-up of, one party totally not accepting what's going on, right? They absolutely will not just be like, okay, Trump can be the president. We accept him as president-elect. It's just not happening. They've got their heels dug in. I mean dug in, right? So, a syncretism is something that I think we need in our political system right now. An attempted reconciliation of opposing parties. Someone has got to reach across the aisle successfully from both sides. There has got to be some sort of attempted reconciliation, or this division is just going to completely sink this country. I mean, we've already seen it happening. Everyone wants to point fingers. Everyone wants to say it's somebody else's fault. Even the loss of the election, the DNC is saying that it's the Russians' fault. And the Republicans are saying nothing. They're saying absolutely nothing. They're not coming out and saying, yeah, we're going to look into this whole, hacking thing, or, no, we think the FBI, knew all of this and it's just coming out because, she lost. I don't know. Who knows what really happened, right? Only the FBI and maybe the Russians. It is. People are destroying each other, and it doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. I know people who are very, very liberal, who have been attacked by other liberals, or by certain genres of people who are quoted as being liberal or Democrats, right? They're touted as being Democrats or touted as being liberal. And yet they're attacking people in their own party. I know Republicans who get in huge, gigantic arguments with one another. I shouldn't say Republicans, I should say conservatives. I know conservative people who get in huge, gigantic arguments with one another. Even though they have the same belief system, they just have differences of opinions about how it should happen. So we have got to find what some people would call bipartisanship. I am now going to call syncretism. We need some syncretism in this country. We need a lot of syncretism in this country. So, do I think that one person could just walk into Washington, D.C. and completely find syncretism in the House, in the Senate, in Congress, in the judicial system? No. No one person can fix this. I think President-elect Trump was very silly to say, I can fix this. He could potentially, he has the ability to now because he's been elected. Exactly. A lot of people talking and nobody communicating. Exactly. If you take the word listen and you rearrange the letters, you get the word silent. And that's something that folks in Washington have yet to figure out. I don't care what side of the aisle they're on. They have not yet figured out they need to be silent in order to listen. I'm just saying. So, from this point forward, I challenge all of my word nerds, all of my friends, all of my Perry people to start small and find some way that they can bring syncretism to this nation. Start small. Start with something local. If you're at work and there's a huge division at work, start kind of bringing the two sides together. If you've got a whole bunch of millennials who are definitely on the Democratic side of life, if you've got a bunch of Gen Xers who may be a little bit more conservative, or vice versa, you may have some conservative millennials and some super liberal Gen Xers. Find a way to bridge that gap, not only between the parties, but between the generations. I have a poll out on Facebook and LinkedIn right now, and I've got to tell you, the people who are answering my poll, I can tell how much exposure they've had to the millennial generation based on their answers. It's quite interesting. So that's going to be where I start with my syncretism. I'm going to start to try to bring those generations to a better understanding of one another. And it's not just the Gen Xers need to understand the millennials, because that's what's being pushed on us for the past 5 years. We need to understand you need to understand the millennials. You need to understand the millennials. Guess what, millennials? You need to understand too. You think you do, but you don't. You don't know what you don't know. And that's a lesson that we've already learned. We want to share that lesson with you, but you don't want to hear it because you're pretty sure you already know it, but you don't. So you see, there's this whole breakdown in the communication again because no one's listening. No one will shut up long enough to listen. All right, there's my rant for the day. All right, so syncretism is your word for today. Another big, fabulous word. It's been a fun week, hasn't it? We had schlockmeister, we had rip snorter, we had pleonasm, we had eximius, and now we have syncretism. So have some fun with those words. I will send you a personalized Christmas present. If you can either Facebook post or Twitter post and make sure that I can see it, all 5 words in a fluent post. It doesn't have to be one sentence, right? And you can't just say the words of the week were blah, 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 blah. That's not, You got to use them in context, all right? All 5 words in context in one tweet or one post. A tweet might be hard because you only get, 140 characters. But that's my challenge to y'all today, all right? So have some fun with that. I apologize for the political rant. I just kind of felt like syncretism was something that we needed to talk about Washington for, because it's something that we really need in this nation. All right? God bless America. Be good to one another. Be good to yourselves. And have a fantastic weekend. Stay warm. Stay dry. Avoid the malls if you can. If you have to go Christmas shopping or any kind of present shopping, my heart goes out to you. I have to. I have 5 more things on my list. I wish I had gotten them done online before it was too late. But anyway, I'll see you guys on Monday, okay? Mwah. Bye now.